I just do my own thing, that's my ideology. Fuck all of your feelings, you don't get apologies.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Retro X Reflex here with I was gonna say FIFA 19 play review, but no, today we'll be reviewing Spider-Man Far From Home. Came out on July the 2nd, 2019. I watched it the first day, but I'll do a review on it. Pretty good movie overall. I really enjoyed it. I was expecting it to be above average, and it exceeded my expectations, so that's always great. But in the background here, we have some Spider-Man PS4 gameplay. The same day the movie came out, they released two new suits. The upgraded suit, the black and red one you see right there, as well as the stealth suit, which you're going to see in one moment. Look at that suit, it looks really nice. And this suit looks really, really nice. Pretty sick how they did that. They've been doing it for, different kinds of suits. They did that for the Raimi suit, because all those fanboys of the Raimi trilogy complain. But nonetheless, that's not what this video is about. We're going to be reviewing Far From Home. And of course, guys, it's going to be a bunch of spoilers. So if you have not seen the movie, please turn away, as I will be discussing the plot, a lot of details, and as well as the mid-credit scene and the end-credit scene. So if you have not seen the movie, please swing away and come back when you've watched it. And if you want to listen to my opinion about it. Let's get into the video. So I've never done a movie review before, but screw it, let's just get into it. First of all, I like how New York City is not the main focus in a Spider-Man movie. It's pretty nice. All Spider-Man movies that I can think of right now, they've all been in New York. So it's nice having it in Europe, in Venice. It's a really nice location. Looks really nice. As well as, there was Prague in it, Austria was in it. So that was pretty nice. The relationship between Ned and Peter, I really liked. In Homecoming, I thought a lot of the jokes in the movie was kind of cheesy and whatnot. I didn't really like the movie. But in this one, it was so funny, man. Like, a lot of the funny parts was just the reactions of some of the characters after another character said something or a certain action that happened. Just such funny reactions, man. That really got me. It was actually, I've never laughed in a movie like that before, so, well, I'm never gonna say it. I never laughed like that in a movie, but it's been a while. Especially, this isn't really like a comedy movie, so, it was fun. The jokes were pretty good. Ned and Peter's relationship was really good. That one scene on the plane when Peter's trying to sit beside MJ, so he gets Ned to make an excuse for them to switch seats on the plane, and then backfires and Peter's left sitting beside the teacher. That was really funny. That teacher too, man, I can't remember his name. I don't even know the actor, but that teacher was pretty funny. The white one, the black one was funny, but the white guy was pretty jokes. I really like how, people are like, I just seen like people hating on MJ in the movie. I don't know why. I really like, the facts she's spitting. Like, she's saying a lot of important things, like true things that is actually real that happen, right? Like, for example, like the thing with the Eiffel Tower. Also, the thing when they were on the bridge, how they use that bridge to execute people, right? Those are pretty interesting, cool things, like real things. But, of course, nobody really cares about that. Mainstream audiences don't really care about that, so not surprised. I guess it's not really surprised people not liking her character. She's kind of awkward, spinning real facts. I like that. I like the whole thing with Peter, trying to impress the girl. I don't think we've seen it done that well since the Raimi trilogy. He's buying that necklace. Who knows how much that necklace costs, right? But they never really brought that up, but it probably cost a fair amount, right? Maybe Tony Stark left him some of his funds and his will. But he's just impressing the girl, doing a lot of things that, you think most girls would want, especially in the Western world. But, she's the type of girl that doesn't really need those things. She doesn't really care about that stuff. She cares about, I guess, the more important things in life. So that's good to see. The relationship is pretty strong, in my opinion. Pretty cool. The action in this movie, thank God there's actually some action in this movie. Cause in the last movie, that's what another thing I really didn't like. He didn't even throw a punch. Like I don't know, man. It was not. It was pretty boring, man. But this movie, there's action right from the get go. When Nick Fury and Mariah Hill, they are fighting the first elemental, and then there's the water elemental battle, and the fire elemental battle, and then we got the first Mysterio battle, and then the second Mysterio battle, and then yeah, there's so much action in this movie. It's great, really enjoyable. There's a lot of different suits in this movie too, which I really like. You know, Spider Man has had a wide arsenal full of suits in his comic career, and in most movies we only seen one or two. Uh, Two in Spider Man 3, Homecoming had two as well. Infinity War, I guess, had two, but that was in a Spider Man movie. But yeah, a lot of suits. You know, Spider Man's known for having a lot of suits, and he has a lot of suits in this movie, so suitacular. Now let's talk about my favorite scene in the movie. That is the first Mysterio battle, Spider Man versus Mysterio. Yo, that was. I'm sure many people really enjoyed that scene as well. That scene just summarizes who Mysterio is in combat. Uh, amazing scene, amazing shots, angles, everything. Man, they did a really good job with Mysterio in this movie. That scene, exemplifies that. I think that's how you use that word. Um, my favorite shot was that shot when Spider Man's like it looks like he's in a snow globe, and then it zooms out, and he's actually Mysterio's head, uh, his fishbowl. I really like that scene, that shot. Sorry, I like this. I love the scene. Amazing. Um, a lot of it's crazy, man. Like we never really seen that in a Spider-Man movie like that. So that was really interesting. I'm sure for mainstream audiences that was something new. So it's always good to have something fresh in a movie that's what 7 movies in, right? So yeah, that was a good, very good scene. I loved the scene. I also like the part with Iron Man coming out of the grave with in that same Mysterio scene. That was pretty neat. A lot of Iron Man, Tony Stark references, obviously, right? Because he led the MCU for 20, how much, like 12 years. He's dead now, right? Spoiler alert. And yeah, there's gonna be a lot of references, right? Like, and he's gonna play a major part in the movie, even though he's gone, right? So that's to be expected. It's never annoying. It's fine. We're not gonna get Iron Man again, right? So least we can do, least we can do is hear a bit more about him. Yeah, he has a big influence even when he's not around, right? Um, yeah. Another part I really liked is, Mysterio's whole like reasoning and not reasoning, like the way he executed his plan, like how he's manipulating people, just relying on human nature and just doing, just making people believe in what he's doing, right? Like he's not a hero, he's a villain, but everyone thinks he's a freaking hero. He fooled Nick Fury, but it wasn't really Nick Fury. So if it was Nick Fury, I don't think this whole thing would have happened. So he kind of got lucky, I guess. Look, I got murked with those whiplashes, man. God damn. Um, where was I? Anyway, yeah. What did Mysterio say? He said, "Trust me, people will believe anything, especially these days." Right? He said something along the lines of that. Just like real life, people will, believe in what the media says. Like you don't. No one really knows the truth, right? Like unless you're there, you don't know the full truth. Um, Unless you do some digging, you don't really know the truth. But people will just see a headline or see a news report and they'll believe it, right? So he, especially at the end of the movie, he relies heavily on that, right? People being, I guess, naive and trustworthy of people they don't even know, right? With different agendas. So, you know, that's one thing in real life you should be careful about, right? Don't believe everything you see. Always follow up, do your research. Even if you think it's true, do your research. You may be wrong, right? Always good to double check. But anyways, Mysterio, really good villain. I know a lot of people love Doc Ock. I love Doc Ock too, but in Spider-Man 2 I'm talking about. But I think Mysterio might be my favorite villain, Spider-Man villain in Spider-Man movie villain. He would like Jake Gyllenhaal did a good job, but just the character, how they did him. I know a lot of people didn't like the origin because it's very different from the comics. But you have the comic, you can read the comic, it's still there. It's just an adaptation. It's just another way to experience it, right? It's just like another take on the character. He's very similar. It's not the exact same, but it's something new, right? Like it's cool. I really liked it. I guess people will hate me for saying that, but whatever. I don't really care. But yeah, I love Mysterio. Far From Home is a really great movie. It's funny. A lot of the characters are great. New location, a lot of suits, as well as the plot's okay. It's nothing to write home about, but it's just Mysterio's actions, how he's able to carry out his plan. Spider-Man finally, he's growing up. He's learning about how to, about people. He's learning about people. He basically learned you can't really trust anyone these days, right? So he learned that because at the end of the movie when Mysterio comes out and he's trying to say, yeah, it's a shame, I did really like you, but he's actually standing there with a gun pointing at Peter Parker's head. Peter figures it out and, he knows, like, he can't be trusted, right? Especially after Mysterio pulled off. So, Spider-Man's growing up as a character. I can't wait till he gets out of high school, man. Like, I never really liked Spider-Man in high school. I mean, I liked it, but I didn't want to carry out, especially for more than one movie. Like, yeah, I liked it more when he's in, adult life Spider-Man. But it's whatever. We'll see if there's more films he'll have in adult life. And let me quickly touch on the end credit scene and the mid credit scene. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what happened. Y'all know if you watch the movie, which you should before you come watch this video. I really like how they set up future movies, future tie-ins, Avenger tie-ins. With the whole world knowing Peter Parker's name, who Spider-Man is. It'll be interesting what they do with that. If they're gonna make Spider-Man run as a low-key vigilante, like only operating at night, because the police force are after him. Everyone's after him, as well as villains knowing who he is. How is he going to live? Is he still going to be with MJ? Who knows, right? It's going to be crazy how they do it. They have a whole bunch of comics they can, draw inspiration from. Like those comics after the Civil War, when the whole world knows who Spider-Man is after, Tony Stark made Spider-Man go on that press conference, tell everyone who he is, to support the Superhero Registration Act. That's going to be really interesting. Second end credit scene, what planet is Nick Fury on? Like, the whole time, Nick Fury and Mariah Hill, they were both Skrulls, but I wonder where Nick Fury is exactly, what his mission is, right? Talos said he was on a mission. We'll see about that. We'll see what goes on. That was a really cool scene. I like that a lot. And that's all I really have to say. Spider-Man Far From Home really exceeded my expectations. It was a really good movie. It might be, I don't know where to rank it yet, but it's looking at least top 3, top 2. It's in my top 2 favorite Spider-Man movies. Really good movie, guys. Definitely recommend you check it out. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. Just a rough. Don't look into that too much. Just a rough, score I'm giving it. But yeah, really fun. And it was fun playing the suits in the video game too, guys. So it's your boy Retro Reflex signing off. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.